Hi, welcome to My Life, My Plan. If you're watching this video, you're about to become a career coach. My name is Karen Gratz, and I'll be hosting you through Training Module 1. First, let's take a look at our agenda for this training module. In this video, we'll hear an overview of the Milwaukee Talent Dividend and My Life, My Plan. We will talk about My Life, My Plan workshop outcomes and metrics, and we'll review the role and expectations of a career coach, including a description of youth and other tips for working with youth. Alright, let's talk about the Milwaukee Talent Dividend. The Milwaukee Talent Dividend is an initiative sponsored locally by the Greater Milwaukee Committee, but originates from CEOs for Cities as a national call to action to raise the level of educational attainment in our major metro areas. Here in the 7-county region, the goals of Milwaukee Talent Dividend are to increase the number of people completing post-secondary education. This can include apprenticeships, certification programs, 2-year technical colleges, and 4-year universities and beyond. The second goal is to align post-secondary education with workforce needs, because at the end of the day, we want post-secondary education to lead to a job, preferably a job right here in our region. So in order to reach their goals, the Milwaukee Talent Dividend developed a strategy called My Life, My Plan. The primary goal of My Life, My Plan is to create a region-wide infrastructure that will allow real-time workforce data to be shared with students and create a systematic approach in how students can use that data to prepare for education and career success. My Life, My Plan has been designed to support a student's career and academic plan. We call this an ACP. The Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction will soon require that every child has an ACP beginning in 6th grade. My Life, My Plan has been positioned as a best practice approach to creating that ACP. Students participating in My Life, My Plan will learn how the world of work is changing, learn about in-demand industries, and learn about the career clusters. Then they will explore career clusters that match their interests, specific careers within that career cluster, and the post-secondary education needed. Finally, by the end of the workshop, the students will make a plan to further explore career options and to prepare for both their current and post-secondary education. During our pilot year, we found that 93% of students now feel more confident in making career plans, 91% felt better prepared for post-secondary education, and 86% feel they now can make better decisions about their high school courses and activities in order to prepare for their future career. So now let's talk about how you fit in by reviewing the roles and expectation of the coach. You are the key to a successful My Life, My Plan experience. There are many career exploration programs and tools available. What makes My Life, My Plan different is having a career coach guide students through the process. Student feedback shows us that career coaches are instrumental in helping them fully understand the various exercises and giving them confidence to identify and pursue their career and education goals. There will be a facilitator present that will lead the workshop. However, you will be assigned to a group of 2 to 4 students whom you will work with throughout the workshop. There is no previous experience necessary, and you can come from any career and education background. The tools and resources provided throughout the workshop will allow you to guide your students no matter what career goals they may have. What we do require is that our coaches have a sincere interest in working with youth. The final expectation of the coach is to understand that My Life, My Plan workshop is designed just to start the process of career exploration. We won't get through everything in one workshop. You may sometimes feel like we're rushing through activities, but don't worry, we're working closely with the schools or programs to make sure there's a plan in place to follow up on the exploration you will begin with the students. However, it is important that we hit on several key components, which is why we pack so many exercises into this workshop. I bet you're wondering what to expect from the students you'll work with, right? You'll quickly find that there is no one general set of descriptors for the students you'll work with. You may encounter any and all of the following students. The I already know what I want student will come in with well-developed career goals and plans. Although this student seems to have their act all together and needs little help, they can greatly benefit from exploring alternate or additional career paths so that their final plan is based on solid research of all their career options. Encourage the student to keep an open mind and look at other careers even if they feel they already have it all figured out. On the other hand, the "I have no idea what I want" student has put very little thought into careers and is most likely planning on figuring it out later. You may need to spend a little extra time explaining why having a plan in high school is important so that they can find and take advantage of opportunities, gain experience, take the right courses, and so on. With this student, they may be starting at square one in terms of figuring out what career cluster would be a good fit. So don't be surprised or worried if you do not get through as much of the materials with this student. Just getting their head in the game is tremendous progress. Then there is Mr. or Miss Social. This student may seem much more concerned with trying to get their friends' attention and talking about weekend plans than focusing on the activity at hand. A good strategy is to spend a few extra minutes getting to know them, asking them about how they like to spend their free time or how their football team is doing, but then redirect back to the activities and career topic at hand. They may need some gentle redirecting throughout the workshop. Next up is the quiet student. This student may simply be shy or actively resisting participation. Try your best to draw them out. Again, asking some general questions about likes and interests is a good start. There may be something going on in their life that is preventing them from focusing on the workshop. If you get the sense that this is the case, encourage them to try to participate as much as they can and let them know that you are there to help and support them. However, if a student is simply not engaging at all, let the facilitator or school representative know so that they can step in and help you. And finally, we have the "I'm not heading in the right direction" student who is considering inappropriate, unrealistic, or poorly matched career choices. They want to be a professional athlete, or they plan to be a doctor even though they can't stand their science and math classes. Now, we never want to come right out and squash anyone's dreams. That hardly facilitates a good coaching relationship. However, you can certainly point out any inconsistencies you see between their career aspirations and their interests and skills. You can also encourage students with unrealistic career goals to come up with a plan B by looking at other careers that are related but have better job projections. For example, the students who want to be a professional athlete may want to explore sports management, athletic training, or a job in the fitness field. Feel free to call on your workshop facilitator if you need help in guiding students to some of these alternate choices. Here are a few other tips for working with youth. The best coaches work to actively engage their students throughout the workshop, even if they get a little distracted or are acting withdrawn. Either of these situations can be remedied by showing an interest in getting to know the student. Again, ask them about their interests, how they like to spend their free time. They want to know that you're really interested in them. Next, find some common ground. No matter who you're working with or how different they seem, I bet you can find at least one thing you have in common. Once you do, you're on your way to a great coaching relationship. Finally, before the workshop, spend some time thinking about your own background and experiences. Our student surveys show that they really enjoy and learn a lot from hearing about how you got to be where you are today. Congratulations! You're done with Training Module 1. In the next module, you will learn more about the workshop agenda and activities you will use with your students. Be sure to review this next module carefully. It's loaded with lots of useful information. Bye for now!